All right, welcome to another episode of Rebel Rock Money Talk. I am Leslie Batson again, here your host. And this week I thought I would do something a little bit differently. So I have been planning to launch this really since last year. But as you know, I didn't quite get back to the podcast in 2020. So I'm doing this for 2021. I think one of the most important things about the work that I do is working with people and business owners with their money, their finances, helping them kind of understand and implement various strategies with their finances that really helps them not only with their current or near term or even long term financial strategies, but really generationally, right? How are they managing money within their family? How are they managing money within their business? And how are they sort of continuing to keep themselves educated and aware and understanding and keep that knowledge flowing so that they can make sure that they're, always doing the right thing for them and their family. And so, of course, I'm one person and I have several mentors. And I thought it'd be great to be able to do something where I can share some of the things that I learned from my mentors and beyond, of course, in something like a book club. So, I am going to be launching the Rebel Rock Book Talk Book Club. So, we're going to start this starting today. So, today, February 1st, we're going to launch with our first book. And yeah, I just think it'll be very interesting. What I'm hoping to do is build a community of independent thinkers like myself. So, whether it comes to thinking independently about your money, thinking independently about your health, any of the six major wealth destroyers that we talk about, and even beyond, right? It doesn't have to only be about money. I really do think that many of us need to kind of take a step back and think holistically about our lives and think about what we know to be true or what we have believed to be true, and being able to say, I wonder if there's another perspective. I wonder if there's something else I haven't quite thought about because I've always kind of only heard things coming from one direction. So I'm hoping that this book club will invite you and you will invite a friend and they will invite another friend. And I hope that it will grow organically that way, of people who really are just looking to learn new things and maybe reinforce some things that they've learned and maybe forgot. So I would really like to take a moment to walk you through how you can sign up or join our book club. All right, so if you go to the rebelrockwealth.com website, this is the homepage, and you just have to go to where it says community. If you just mouse over where it says community, and then book club, you're going to see that. So if you click on book club, you are going to land on our page. So if you come to this page, this is where you're going to just learn a little bit about, how it's going to work. And I can walk you through that right now. So basically what we're going to do is, as the Rebel Letter newsletter comes out every Monday morning. And so in that newsletter will also be an announcement of the next book that we're reading or the next section that we're reading. But I would really like you to join this separate mailing list as well, just because if I have separate communications related to the book club, you'll be able to get all of those. Okay. So the thought is we're going to start with the first book here. And I will obviously allow you some time to get the book. So whether you go physically to the store to get the book, if you order it online, or even if you just choose to listen to audiobook, because that's definitely an option. However you want to consume and read and follow along, and join in the discussion is completely up to you. But that first week, I will basically assign fewer pages just because I know you're going to need time to go get the book. Okay. So in the first week, there'll be some, basically each month, the book will be split up into maybe 4 sections. We're going to see, it's going to depend on how long the books are. The initial books I want to use are going to be fairly short, okay? Maybe 100 pages, maybe, 150 or less, just so that we can kind of ease into getting into the rhythm of dedicating time each week to read these pages, okay? So we will read a section, and then on that Monday evening, the following Monday evening, so on Monday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern, we are going to hop on to either YouTube Live or Instagram Live. If I decide to do other platforms, it'll be in the communications, but basically we'll hop on live and we'll just have a discussion about what we've read, in the book, in that current section that we just read, or, through the book through that point. and just discuss the ideas, the concepts, what we think is interesting. This allows me a chance to get to interact with some of you, and you to interact directly with me and maybe, with each other. So I'm just trying this for the first time. We're going to see how it goes with the platform that I'm using. If it doesn't work out, we'll try another platform, right? But I'm all about trying new things. So this is the thought that we're going to do this. Like I said, Monday evenings at 8 p.m., we're going to discuss the latest section that has been assigned. And then when we get to the end of the month, when we get to that last discussion, that's when I'll announce the book for the next month. Okay. So I have selected, and here's the form. So you're just going to go ahead and fill out your information so you can be on the book club list. Okay. The Rebel Rock Book Talk list. But our first book, okay. First book for February 2021 is one by one of my mentors, and it's called What Would the Rockefellers Do? And I really wanted to pick this book, and I think it's good as one of our first books just because it really deals with a lot of the concepts that I share with a lot of you all, those of you who are my clients. It's about thinking differently. It's about thinking beyond, sort of beyond Wall Street, right? Thinking beyond sort of the marketing messages that we get that we kind of interpret as education, right? Sometimes it can be hard to decipher the difference between when we're being sold to and when we're being educated. And so I think this book helps you to, again, get a little bit different perspective and hopefully take a step back and see things at a higher, like bird's eye view, and understand why it's important to understand some of these concepts, the way that money works, so that you can decide the best way for money to work for your business or for your family. Okay. So here's the schedule that I've set out for right now. Again, I'm kind of winging this, so we're going to see how it works out. But this first book, it's short. It's only 140 pages. Okay. Very easy read, very easy read. In fact, if you get the audiobook, you might even enjoy that as well. If you can maybe do both. But the audiobook is good because Garrett tends to, add in his extra commentary in the audiobook. So I encourage you to check that out as well. So either you can download the audiobook or buy the book. It's on Prime. It's on, Amazon. You can get it Prime. You can get like used copies on Amazon. So, there's definitely several options for you to get it. So this kind of lays out the schedule. So again, you're getting this message today, February 1st, you're getting this today. And so we'll be reading we'll be discussing, let's say, the first 3 chapters next Monday. So that would be February the 8th. And we're going to read the first 3 chapters. It's about 25 pages or so. Okay. And then on February 15th, we'll discuss the next 3 chapters. On February 22nd, we'll discuss the next 2 chapters. And then on March 1st, we'll discuss those last 3 chapters. Okay. So that's the plan. So I hope that you all will join me in this new fun adventure, I think. Excuse me. But just getting a chance to maybe read a book you've not read before. Maybe getting a chance to read a book that you've read before and kind of reinforce some of the concepts, just remind you of some of the things that you, maybe learned and forgot. So this is our first book. We are launching the Rebel Rock Book Talk Book Club. And like I said, you can just go to the website, rebelrockwealth.com/book club and sign up. And this is the page where you're going to be able to go to see the next books or any books that we have going on. I will keep it going as long as people are joining. And also I hope to, kind of create, like I said, a forum, a community somewhere where if people do have questions, they want to kind of chat with each other, we can do that. So we will see how it evolves, but I definitely look forward to speaking with some of you on February 8th on our first live. Okay, so I probably won't be making it as part of this podcast, so I may mention it periodically, but it will definitely have its own separate lines of communication. So make sure that you join the list on this page, rebelrockwealth.com/book club, so that you can get all communications specifically related to that. All right, folks. Well, that was today's podcast. If any of this, again, if you would like to share it with a friend so that you guys can, read along together, this is a great opportunity to maybe do this with your spouse, maybe your partner, maybe a business partner. maybe just, a good best friend. It's just really something that we can do, while still a lot of us are kind of limited and restricting our movement so we can kind of get this pandemic under control. So a lot of you, if you're in the northern states, it's pretty cold and you're not really heading out as much. So this is a great thing to do. Maybe read some books. These are all going to be nonfiction. I'm really more into nonfiction, and I think it's just, again, it more aligns with what we're trying to do here, is to get independent thinkers learning new things, new concepts, and we might have a few surprises here and there, especially if I can get some of my author friends to join us. Okay, so if you have any questions at all, you can always reach me at rebelrockwealth.com. Or for those of you listening and watching this, you can email me at podcast@rebelrockmoneytalk.com. All right, folks, I will see you soon.